How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the podcast that we are surprisingly doing right after the playoffs game on Monday, October 6th. Uh, I'm wearing blue for my Dodgers blue. Matt is going to be, Matt is a little bit mad today for the Cubs.
Just a little bit.
And
I
so,
like crack.
so thank you for everyone watching. And we are Locker Room versus Executive Suite, where we talk about players' passion versus executive visions. And we do occasionally talk about the hottest trends in sports. And we'll give you our point of views about that as well. So today is going to be a little bit about the MLB playoffs recap. And we're going to talk about, I'll talk about the Dodgers. And then we have a segment at the end where we're just going to try out and see about where we're going to be executives for 1 minute and we're just going to give you our vent about the team. So, yeah. All right. Matt, both of our teams moved on from the wild card round as we predicted.
That they did.
And right now, after what you saw from the Dodgers, what do you think?
Exactly what I told you. They would turn it on in the playoffs. They don't care about the regular season.
I did tell you going into the wild card round, that was the best thing for the Dodgers. Did I not? Did I not say we do not need the break? We have our starting pitching that's ranked dead last in usage. So we need those starters to go out and go 6, 7 deep. And then the last two will figure out how we utilize the bullpen. Right now, you saw last year how the Dodgers had no starters in the rotation because they were all injured. Or they were just depleted. And it was the bullpen World Series, right? Like, it was them from the playoffs, the entire playoffs. It was the bullpen dogs, right? This year, flip the script is now the starting rotation because mostly everyone outside Gonsolin is healthy. And so I think you're going to see this team go 4 starters. Yeah, 4 starters, and then everyone else goes to the bullpen. So you're talking about Otani, Yoshi, you're talking about Glasnow, you're talking about Snell. All those 4 guys are going to be pitching in that'll be our starting rotation. And then Kershaw, Sheehan, they're going to go to the bullpen for 1, 2 innings. And then you give it to Roki Sasaki as our closer. Like, I think that makes the perfect sense. Like, the bullpen guys, I don't even know if you can even trust them with an 8-run lead. That's how bad it is. Like like today's game, Blake China had a 4-1 lead, and I get it from Dave Roberts' mind. Like, you know what? Eventually, I gotta throw these guys out there, right? I just can't be throwing Roki Sasaki out there every time because that means that the Phillies are going to have better look at him every time, right? It just sucks that Blake Training isn't 100%. I get it, like he's only pitched like a handful of games this year, right? Because he's been hurt the entire time. And so, to me, I've said this before: if you're the opposing team, the game plan against the Dodgers is keep the game very close, right? If you're down 2-0, 3-0 against their top starters, that's fine. As long as the bullpen guys come in, you have a shot. But I think with the playoffs, you might not even see those guys come in as often unless it's a blowout. And so I think I said before, if you're the Dodgers, hit them hard, hit them early. And right now, it looks like I don't want to jinx it, but every time Teoscar Hernandez makes an error, he somehow makes it up and we win the game. I don't want to jinx it. It's one of those like weird superstitions, like you know how I don't know about you, like I remember playing basketball where like in the warm ups, like if I didn't miss a shot during my warm up, I feel like shit, I'm gonna miss it intentionally or I'm just gonna miss them when we play the game. By me missing the shot during the warm up, it's like, okay, I got that out of the way. Now I can just play my game naturally. It's a weird
The
superstition.
psychological thing.
Yeah, it's just a psychological thing. And so
I know what you mean.
I don't know. Well, right now it's weird because like Teoscar keeps getting removed from the eighth inning for defensive purposes. So because we have the lead, right, and we have a defensive fielder coming in, it's I'm not. I don't know what to say. Like besides, I love our starting rotation. I feel confident with Yoshi going game 3 at home. Uh, I don't think there'll be a game 4. I think we sweep them at home. But I do. I would like to see some of the guys wake up in the offense. But give tip off your hat to the Phillies. They've been pitching really well as well. But I do think we will. Surprisingly, I do think we will sweep. I thought this would go 4-5. I do think we're gonna sweep them.
Yeah, I see that. It's not going back to Philly, that's for sure.
No, the next time we're going back to the East Coast is to the World Series. That's it.
I mean, if you guys been playing the Brewers, they definitely handled you guys in the regular season. They might. I've been watching them all season. I hate them, but there's something magical going on in that dugout.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: if you guys can get them to 4 or 5 games, that way, if we sweep the Phillies, that means that their bullpen or their starters is going to be a little bit taxed, and we'll be ready for them. But yeah, I'm not overlooking the Brewers. Let me put it that way. But I do think whoever wins this series, the Dodgers, Phillies, they're going to the World Series. But yeah, again, I've said this all along to you. No one has faced our starting rotation throughout the entire season, right? Like when you face our best starters in a series and you beat us, hey, hats off to you. You beat us fair and square. But when we have a healthy rotation and going in a series, it's gonna be a tough game, right? Like,
definitely is. You guys don't even have Glass on them starting.
He came off the bullpen.
Yeah, must be nice.
I mean, Otani looked really good at his pitching debut, postseason debut. Didn't you think?
Yeah, he did. Phillies kind of hit him for it was 9 innings or something. They didn't get a hit off him.
Yeah,
dating back to the regular season.
I mean, if Teo plays that correctly, cut it off. I mean, that's 1 run, right? That's he gives up. Maybe that changes the course. Yeah, maybe they change the course. Like, you know what? I'll strike out and then I'll fly out. And that way, no one scores after that. But yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited. I did look up tickets because I was like, I wonder if LA Cosm will have seatings or reserved seats for people who want to watch the game, right? And it was it's literally the same price as going to a game. I was like, I might as well just go to a game and be there myself, right? But
yeah, it's expensive.
If Cosm is watching this, I would love to go watch, experience it myself. Whether it's the Dodgers playoffs or a Lakers game or an NBA game, I'll even do it regular NBA game. I would just go and watch it. Would I go?
Cool.
Would I go if the Dodgers lose in the NLCS? I mean, the NLDS? No. I don't think I want to see baseball after that. But let's talk about the AL. We were dead wrong about Cleveland. I owe the people of Detroit an apology. I mean, when you're slumping going into the playoffs, it's never that motivating or inspiring to watch, right? Especially when they had all that lead and they lost it to Cleveland. But yeah, they beat Cleveland easily. And now, what do you think about them facing Seattle?
No, we definitely got that wrong. We should have saw, we have the best pitcher in baseball, especially going out there for game 1, he's nasty, That Seattle series was good. They were able to bounce back. It sounds like he's gonna go 5 against the Tigers in Seattle. Both teams have pretty solid pitching. Um, Now that Seattle got that win out of the way too, I mean, I think there's a lot of pressure not winning a playoff game in 20 something years. So
I don't know if Brian Wu is on the roster because he's still recovering from his pectoral injury. But
is he? He's still hurt?
yeah, so he maybe if they go to the championship, he'll be ready. But yeah, but I gotta say, Julio Rodriguez is hitting the ball really well after sitting out in the All Star game. Right, his reason so he got selected to the All Star game, right, by the coaches, and he opted to not go because he wanted like a mental health break. Now I was thinking like I get it for the player's point of view, like this game has no meaning, like why do we really need to play? Like if you're gonna give us a break, just give us a break, right? But I thought like man, like anybody can be like Julio, just like yeah, I'm sorry, thank you. It's an honor for you guys selecting us, but like I'd rather just take the break. You know, we've been grinding out for the first half and spring training. I kind of need that break to kind of reboot myself. And so
100%.
yeah, Julio's been balling in the playoffs. The big dumper has been balling. Uh yeah, pitching wise, I mean, yeah, pitching wise, they've been good. Uh, yeah, well, I don't know what else to say besides like I think they can win Game Three. I mean, it's Jack Flaherty. I you know, I think if the offense does it well, I mean, I'm sure Detroit fans are gonna be really happy to see their Tigers in the playoffs. But you know, the Tigers stole Game One, and you know, Seattle barely won it Game Two. So, do you think it'll be a close game, Game Three, or do you think it's Tigers fans super excited to be back in the playoffs, and they're gonna be,
That's gonna be a close game three.
huh?
It's gonna be a close game three.
You think so?
I think baseball is one of the only sports that doesn't really matter about home field. To be honest with you, I don't really think it affects that much. Like compared to like basketball or like football, where you can't even like call on the plays in football. Basketball, you're shooting a free throw, the crowd's going crazy. Baseball is like it's just different. I don't really think it makes too much of a difference if you're on the road or at home.
Is it because they play? Is it because they when you go into series, you like when you're on the road, you're there for 3 games or 4 games, so you're already used to it, right? Yeah, it's Logan Gilbert.
Like,
is Logan Gilbert versus Jack Flaherty tomorrow?
So be a good one. Are the Yankees going home tomorrow?
Do you think if they lose tomorrow, do you think fans will even allow them to leave the stadium?
Remember, I was telling you when I was looking up their offense, dude, the biggest scandal for
the Yankees. I think Toronto sweeps them. This is this is
the World Series.
This is why you need Garrett Cole, like like a healthy Cy Young candidate, Garrett Cole, to lead the anchor, right? So that way you don't have to worry about Game One. But it's Shane Bieber versus Carlos Rodon tomorrow.
That's a tough matchup.
Vladdy's been balling.
He's living up to that contract.
You know
I'm surprised. I was not a fan of his a couple years ago.
You know that grand slam that he had?
Yeah.
Apparently, it was this on that same day 10 years ago. It's the Jose Bautista backflip.
Oh, really? It was?
So I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. Which is kind of hilarious and ironic because everyone was, complaining about that backflip, and then now it's like just a normal everyday life. Like, as long as someone's not throwing the bat at you, I don't care if you do a backflip and just go ahead and do your bases. Like, as a fan, I think it's really cool.
Sometimes though, like if you're hitting a bomb, just like when you're going to like the batting cages or something, it just like feels so. It feels like how it is on MLB. They show perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all the energy of the crowd. Like, nah. Go ahead and backflip if you want. It's annoying when other teams do it to the Cubs, but whatever.
I mean, look, like you got him. I don't know what to tell you, right?
Yeah, it's exactly. If you hit a bomb like that, I mean, might as well. That's how I look at it. But no, I'm very surprised by Toronto. Surprised by Detroit. Um,
Yeah, Toronto. You would think there's some type of rust, some type of hey, we haven't played in almost a week. Like, yeah, everyone's like clicking, like as if hey, we just played the other day and now we're back.
23 runs in 2 games.
I mean, they did have the home field advantage. Now you're playing again. They own New York this entire regular season. I think they owned them
That's the
8-5. Yeah. So they're division rivals. So it's not. I feel like if you're playing against a division rival in the playoffs, it doesn't really matter. I don't even think, like you said, home field even matters because you've been there so many times, right?
yeah, especially when a divisional matchup for sure.
Like, there's no
I
home
can see
field
that.
advantage against division, right?
Yeah. Brandon Toronto is rocking though. I give him props.
You think it's going to be a blowout tomorrow, or do you think Yankees?
I think Yankees will win one.
You think Yankees not going home? You think the Yankees will lose, but they're not going to lose tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to lose tomorrow. I'd be very surprised if they lose tomorrow.
I mean,
Sometimes when teams are up 2-0, they let their foot off the gas a little bit in Game 3. I could be completely wrong. They use that short porch and right field to their advantage, Toronto, but
I think I was wrong about Carlos Rodon in the division series, right? And then they beat the Boston. I honestly thought after Boston won Game 1, I thought it was over, right? And I was wrong again.
playoffs are unpredictable.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I like about MLB playoffs, right? Like even the underdogs have a shot at winning. It's not the
There's been
NBA.
plenty of wild card teams that's made the World Series and stuff.
Like yeah, do you remember in the 2000s that entire decade? Like a lot of the wild card teams that would that make it in the wild card, they would go to the World Series. The Angels did it. The Marlins did
Including
it.
the Marlins against the Cubs with Bartman.
Yeah, and then who else did it? Was the no White Sox? Did the White Sox make it, or were they central? Were they the Central Division?
I think one of them. I think might have them because they won 2, right? So I think one of them was a wild card.
Yeah. 08 what no 08 was us, and we went to the championship series. 7 the Rockies. Yeah, 7 was the Rockies, wasn't it?
Yeah, they got hot in the second half. Remember that?
That entire month of September, I think they only lost once,
That's crazy.
right?
That's crazy.
That's how they beat San Diego.
They were saying that the Mets had one of the biggest choke jobs of all time, but like nothing compares to what the Angels did in the '90s. And in the '90s, like the Angels were up like 14 games or something, and they lost the division.
You think Tigers losing their division is worse than the chicken and beers Red Sox? If you look by like the standings, like by how much games they had led, then the Tigers had led more. But yeah,
That's a tough one. I forgot about that Boston team. They totally blew it.
then they blew up the team because they were like, yeah, we're not having chicken and beers again in this clubhouse.
That's true.
Okay.
That was a fun team.
Okay, so I think before we sign off, do you want to do another prediction? So let's do. Do you want to redo our playoff prediction, or do you just want to pick this series, these series?
Let's pick this series, and then we can do an NLCS one or an ALCS one.
Okay, so
It makes it into our first basketball one.
Okay, so look, you want to start? Let's start with the ALDS. So I really want Seattle to beat the Tigers because I always think it's always I always feel bad for teams that suck for such a long time and like their
Me
fan
too.
base like never really got a taste of success. Like obviously Seattle had success with Ken Griffey, Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez back in the '90s, but like they never really saw besides the early 2000s with Ichiro, they never really saw success again,
Now they had the most wins of all time, and they choked. They always choke.
right? And so we've seen the Tigers, do it before, right?
They were just ended a few years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like yesterday that they had Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer on the same team, right?
That's right.
And like they had Victor Martinez, Miggy Cabrera. Like, it seems like it was just yesterday. So I,
Yeah, it'd be cool to see them, especially if they don't have a basketball team. Even though I hate the Seahawks, and their fans, but which are the same fans for the Mariners, but it'd be cool for the Mariners to make it.
yeah, I got Seattle. So Seattle Tigers. I want Seattle, and I'm rooting for Seattle.
Yeah, me too. Me
Okay,
too.
Yankees Blue Jays.
I think it's already over.
I'm going Blue Jays because I really want Canada versus U.S. World Series.
That'd be
So
really cool.
I'm going with Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto. I mean, up 2 for a reason. I mean, all they did technically was protect their home field, but nah, Yankees are done. They don't have the pitching,
No, they don't. They don't have the
like
depth.
you said, but they don't have the depth anymore. It's not. It's not last year's team with Garrett Cole. It's definitely not. Not even close.
Uh, Dodgers Phillies. I mean, do I need to say anything else?
It's over.
Right. Let's get that broom. Look, this is for '08. This is for '09. And I hope Jonathan Broxton is invited to throw out the first pitch because he's going to see what a closer looks like when we close out the Phillies because he couldn't do it to Matt freaking Sayers back to back years. Sad.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Right. And I hope bring back the '09 roster, please. Just bring back the '09 roster. And that way we can see Clint Kershaw with all his former teammates as his goodbye retirement party. Like they need to be there. Like this is for them. We should have won one in '09. It should have been Dodgers Yankees or Dodgers Angels World Series '09. Uh,
I should have.
I know you were texting me. Hey, I don't want to talk about anything about the Cubs at all. I'll let you make your.
I can talk about it.
I'll let you make your prediction
just
right now before you go into your 1 minute vent. So go ahead and make your
it's
prediction.
just I could honestly see it going back to Milwaukee, but it's just one of those things where we have to take it. Take game three. Win game three, and then move on to game four. You can't look too far ahead. I honestly think they could go back to game five. Granted, the Brewers have killed us just like how they've killed us the last 2 games. They've been killing us all season. But I have seen it where it completely switches for something sometimes. So I'm not giving up yet. It's been disheartening, but if we can win game three and get to game four, anything can happen.
So
My prediction is that we get it back to Milwaukee. I'm not sure who's going to win the series, but I think we can get it back to Milwaukee. And that's not me. That's me being really optimistic, right? We played like crap so far, but our pitching staff, they're tired. They just look like they're gassed. Especially losing our best starting pitcher right before the postseason started, that freaking hurt us big time. Hurt us absolutely big time. But win game three, move on to game four. Wrigley's gonna be rocking. We're gonna have, not that it matters, but might fire up our players a little more. Just win game three. I think my prediction for now is that it gets back to Milwaukee for a game five.
so
Plus the Brewers choke too a lot.
I would say so. Watching you guys face against the Padres and now against the Brewers, your starting rotation isn't as deep because Boyd is out as well, right? And
Yeah,
so
he was literally our best pitcher this year.
you guys are literally using starters like 3-4 innings and then bullpen right away, right?
Yeah, Shota was tired today. That's not the same Shota in the regular season.
Yeah.
Not even close. He got rocked.
And so
His arm is gassed.
I'm thinking who's it gonna be? It's gonna be Jameson Tyon and Quinn Priester.
Yeah.
Uh I do think.
They could very well sweep us. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they sweep us because they keep hitting the hell out of the ball. I don't get it.
Do you know if it's gonna be windy or not?
No, not yet. The weather changes there on the hour.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, again, when you're a division rival, there's no such thing as home field advantage, really, because you're so used to the fans. I'm optimistic that you guys can squeeze out Game Three. We'll see what happens with Game Four because your rotation is not that good or not that deep. Because the Brewers can just use their top two players again, and then you guys would have to face them Game Four and Game Five,
Exactly. Exactly.
right? So I'm rooting for the Cubs because I want that podcast episode about Dodgers versus Cubs, and all we're gonna do is just trash talk each other. And so I'm rooting for you guys, and then yeah, we'll leave it at that. So right before we go, we're gonna do a new segment where if we're in the executive office, right, and we're gonna do this after a team loss, like right after a big game, whatever the case may be, right. And right now, Matt, you are the executive for the Chicago Cubs. You are the GM of the Chicago Cubs. These are your guys. You right. You traded for Kyle Tucker. You traded for Matt Shaw. Or are you drafted Matt Shaw? Right. You recruited Shota to come to Chicago. These are your players. After losing game two, you're in the locker room. I'm gonna give you 1 minute. Let me put up a timer. All right. Okay. I'm gonna give you 1 minute. Right. Make your pitch to your team. Like you can vent, or you can have a motivational speech. Up to you.
So after game two, if I was the GM of the team, I walk into the dugout or into the locker room. I tell them it's not over. It's definitely not even close to being over. We take it one game at a time. We go one game three. We go one game four, and then anything happen in game five. If the Red Sox can come back on the Yankees from 3-0, what is 2-0? With still two home games left to be played. We haven't even got to Wrigley yet. So the series is not over by any means. We're gonna have to get the pitching down, but not over at all. I was telling you now, win game three. Don't worry about the first game. Don't worry about game two. Just focus solely on game three because it's a whole new ball game. And then you win game three, you put a little more pressure on game four for the Brewers, and then anything could happen in game five. We know crazy things happen in close out games, game fives, game sevens. I tell them to focus on game three. Don't worry about the last two games. It's a brand new game and game three.
All right. I'm surprised you went with the motivational speech and not, "Hey, you guys freaking suck. What the heck? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna let you go because your contract."
45 minutes ago, it would have been a different story.
That's why I told you, like, hey, do you want, like, I'll give you some time to vent. If you want to vent, I'll let you vent.
I might have plenty of time to vent after if we lose. That's when I'll do the venting. I'm not giving up yet.
Okay, so
I'm not giving up yet. You know me, I'm too competitive, way too competitive.
All right, so that was our quick baseball recap. We'll be back later this week, so hopefully, I think we're going to try to do Thursday, right?
Yeah. Thursday, maybe even Wednesday.
Okay, so Wednesday.
Like that.
So Wednesday will be game 3.
Yeah, maybe after game 3.
So Wednesday.
Probably after game 3.
So we'll do game 3, and then tomorrow is LeBron's decision, part 2.
And we'll talk about that too.
So I don't think he's actually gonna. I don't think it's what you think it is.
it's advertising thing. You're
For
gonna get
Prime.
sponsored by someone.
Right. I think it's for Amazon Prime. Or it could be for, apparently tomorrow is also National Taco Tuesday.
I heard he's transitioning. He's onto the WNBA to play with Caitlin's heart.
Oh, good. Now we want to know who's better than. Are these players better than guys?
LeBron James.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. I'll post this real quick later tonight or maybe early tomorrow morning. Hey, I'm on X. You guys can message me all you want. Some of these people question my how I would manage the team. That's fine. I'm right here. I'm not walking away. But guys, thank you so much for listening to us. And I'm Kevin. That's Matt. We're Locker Room versus Executive Suite. And take care.
Okay.